Welcome back to Ketorificjourney with Mike. I'm Mike, Reformed Fat Man. Appreciate you joining us. You know, one of the many things that I liked before I went keto was chips. Now, I've been trying to develop a taste for these. These are Seaweed snacks. I got this at Kroger. They had a deal, 10 for $10, and there's 8 of these seaweed sheets in there. They're okay. They're not bad. The texture, I wanted to do it as a substitute for chips, but it's really not a substitute for chips. I do put it on sandwiches to make it like putting lettuce on there. And it tastes good. I like them. This one is roasted and seasoned, basically with some salt. But it's nori, if you want to call it nori. But I have developed a taste for them, but I said, wonder if I can turn this, you can see it's pliable. You know, you can bend it all up. I said, I wonder if I can turn that into a chip. Would be healthy. I think I can. So why don't we give it a try? I haven't done this cook. A lot of times most of the time, the cooks I show you I've done and I've gotten it perfected. Well, I'm going to try this just from scratch. And I'm going to be kind of winging it. So let's see how it goes. So I'm going to brush both sides of this. I've laid out 2 packs. There was 8 in a pack. And I'm going to brush both sides of the nori with some avocado oil. There we go. Good and brushed. And then I'm gonna put some salt on it. They're already seasoned, so I won't put a lot of salt on it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these just the same way. I've already started some of them, but I'll finish it up. And then we're gonna put them in an oven. And we're gonna put them in there at 350 degrees. And I'm figuring I'm gonna have to turn them. So I'm gonna check them at like 6, 7, 8 minutes and see how long it takes to do it. And then flip them and let them cook on the other side. I think the biggest worry I have on this is burning them, because I could see, because they are so thin, that you could easily burn them. So I will be keeping a close check, and whatever it turns out that the actual cook time is, I will let y'all know later on. Where we found the sweet spot on the cook time. I'll let you know that in the video later. So for now, I'm gonna finish these up. They're almost all done. I just got a few more to do. And then off in the oven at 350. So my experiment into turning nori, seaweed, into a chip didn't quite turn out as I had hoped, but I'm going to share it with you because not everything is a success, and this is living proof of it, although it's not a failure either. This is what turned out. It's still a little pliable, but it's not crunchy. And what happened, I cooked for 8 minutes on one side, flipped them over, cooked them for 8 minutes on the other side. It ended up being 8 minutes. I took them out. I checked them at 5 and took them out at 8. I let them sit. Didn't really crisp up good like I wanted it to. So I decided, well, I'll try putting them on a rack in the oven and seeing if it'll do better. What might work even better is if I do like a convection cook where there's a fan going, that might actually crisp it up a lot better. It did change the texture. It does have a crispier feel in your mouth, although it does not pop and crack like a chip, like I was hoping it would. I did go a little too heavy-handed on the salt, but that's okay. So it tastes good. It did change it. I imagine if you put it on a sandwich now, it would have a little bit better bite to it, somewhat like a piece of lettuce does, but not, you know, so that might be a benefit. So you could put this on a sandwich. I could see myself putting it on an egg life wrap sandwich that I have. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's different texture now, completely different. They are pretty delicate, but it's got a little bit of a crunch to it in your mouth, but not in your hand. And it does change it, and it does. If the texture of the seaweed itself before was an issue, this might correct it for you. I don't see this as a failure per se. I see it as I did make it into something better, I think, at least for me. And I'm going to give it a try, doing it as a convection, or I would say in the air fryer, but it would probably blow these things all over the air fryer. Not sure if it wouldn't blow it all over the place in the convection oven, because my oven does have a convection feature. But, you know, I changed it into something that I like better. I didn't dislike the other, but this made it something better. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. And I hope you'll come back. Hit the subscribe button if you like it. Hit the little bell so you know when they're coming out. Doesn't cost you a dime. Doesn't cost you a dime, and I'd love to see you come back and watch. So till then, this is Mike at Ketorificjourney saying, let's be careful out there.